All right, let's talk about AI, specifically AI for small businesses. Whenever the topic comes up, you can almost feel a collective eye roll. There's just so much hype, right? It feels like this big, complex, expensive thing that's built for giant corporations, not for, the local bakery or that cool online shop you love. And that feeling, it's captured perfectly by this quote from Stacy, who runs her own e-commerce business. She's smart, she's driven, but when it comes to AI, there's a total disconnect. And believe me, she is not alone. Millions of entrepreneurs out there feel the exact same way. And look, this isn't just a vibe or a feeling. It actually shows up in the numbers. There is a very real, very wide gap between what AI promises and who is actually using it day to day. Check this out. Just 25%, only a quarter of small businesses in the UK are currently using AI. Let that sink in. That means for every one business that's on board, there are three more standing on the sidelines. So if you're feeling hesitant, guess what? You're actually in the majority.
And this is the real kicker, because AI has the potential to be this incredible equalizer, right? It could handle all those tedious, time-sucking tasks that small teams get buried under, freeing you up to actually grow the business. It should be the ultimate secret weapon. But for most people, it just feels totally out of reach.
So why? What's going on here? Well, it really comes down to a few fundamental concerns, fears and doubts that are not only valid, but are frankly pretty sensible deal breakers for anyone who needs to watch every penny and protect their company. We can basically boil it down to four big questions that you're probably asking yourself. First, isn't this stuff just way too complicated? Second, and this is a big one, can I really trust it with my private business data? Third, what is this actually going to cost me? And finally, how do I cut through all the sci-fi hype and figure out what it can really do for me, like today? So let's tackle that first fear. Just the phrase artificial intelligence sounds like a lot, doesn't it? It brings up images of data scientists in lab coats, not everyday business. For a busy owner, the idea of a steep learning curve makes it feel more like a homework assignment than a helpful tool. Now, this one is absolutely critical. A CEO of a logistics company put it perfectly. He asked, if I upload my sensitive shipping routes and client list to some third-party AI, where does that data go? How do I know it's not being used to train a model that my competitor can use tomorrow? Your data is your secret sauce, and handing it over feels like a huge risk. And of course, we've got to talk about the money. Small businesses run on tight margins. You have to know that every dollar you spend is going to bring something back. With a lot of these AI tools, the return on investment just seems kind of fuzzy and far off, and that makes it a gamble most people just can't afford to take. Okay, so we've laid out the problems, and that skepticism is totally justified. But what if we've been thinking about AI all wrong? What if it wasn't some mysterious black box in the cloud, but more like a personal assistant that lives on your computer under your complete control? Let's just compare the two models here. On one side, you've got what we can call corporate AI. It lives on their servers, you send your private data out to them, and you have to play by their rules. But a totally new model is popping up. One where the AI runs on your own machine, answers only to you, and keeps your data private by default. It's kind of like having a personal chef in your own kitchen using your ingredients, instead of just ordering takeout from a giant restaurant in the cloud. And that new model is what a tool like OpenClaw is all about. Look at how it's defined. The AI that actually does things. It's not about just giving you information. It's about taking action. And the most important parts? It runs on your computer, and it works through simple chat apps you're already using every single day, like WhatsApp or Telegram. So let's connect the dots here. This design directly addresses all those fears we just talked about. Because it's on your machine, your data stays yours. It's private, period. Because it uses chat apps you already get, the complexity just melts away. And because you are in the driver's seat, it's not some closed-off system. It's a tool you can actually shape to fit your business. All right, that all sounds great in theory, but what does it actually look like when people start using it? Let's take a look at what real users, a lot of them small business owners just like Stacy, are actually doing with this thing. Remember that first fear? It's too complicated. Well, this quote just blows that right out of the water. 5 minutes. That's it. No calling in a consultant, no week-long training, no thick instruction manual. It's the kind of plug-and-play simplicity that actually makes technology useful. And here is a perfect, simple example of getting immediate value. We all have those annoying little tasks that just eat up our day.
This user automated unsubscribing from junk mail. It's not going to change the world, but it instantly gives you back a little piece of your day. It's a small win that proves, hey, this thing works.
Okay, now we're leveling up. From cleaning out an inbox to building an entire website from a phone. Just imagine typing into WhatsApp, hey, build a one-page site for my new catering business. Add a menu and a contact form. That's a huge task that would normally cost real time and money, and here it's done in minutes. That is a game changer. This quote really shows you the power of integration. See, it's not just another app to juggle. It's an assistant that can manage your other apps. You could literally text it, find the last invoice from Acme Corp in my Gmail, and put a reminder in my calendar to follow up next week. It's about having command and control over your digital world. And then we get to this one. 4 simple words that just say it all. This is the end game. This is the point where all those smaller tasks, the emails, the websites, the schedules, they all come together, and the AI becomes a true operational partner. It's not just a tool anymore, it's a core part of the business. So when you put all of this together, the privacy, the simplicity, the real-world power that people are using, it starts to feel less like just another piece of software and more like a fundamental shift in how small businesses can even operate. This user, Dejaset, called it their iPhone moment. And that's such a powerful way to put it. Think about it. The iPhone didn't just add a few new features. It completely changed our relationship with technology by making incredible power simple, personal, and intuitive. This feels like that same kind of shift, but for AI. And that really brings us to the final question, and this one's for you. Think about your business, the daily grind, all the things you wish you could just hand off to someone. With this new kind of personal, controllable AI, what's the one thing you could finally automate or build that would feel like your iPhone moment? What would that unlock for you?